Hi everybody, I am Babu Matthew, HOD, Department of Microbiology from E-Content Development Center, Majlis Arts and Science College, Valancheri. I welcome all of you to my class on Environmental Microbiology. The Environmental Microbiology is taught as an open course to the students of the other department of the college. The aim of this course is to impart a basic knowledge about the environment and to make the student understand the importance of microorganisms in our day-to-day life. In today's class, let us look into some of the global environmental issues and its implications to the living organisms. Various processes that can be said to contribute to the global environmental issues. Some of these issues are global warming, greenhouse effect, ozone depletion, and acid rain. Among these, global warming and greenhouse effect are close to one another, or they are closely related or closely interconnected to one another. Global warming, it is the ongoing rise of the average temperature of the Earth's climate system. We are experiencing the adverse effect of the global warming year after year. A couple of years ago, we experienced the destructive power of tsunamis, cyclones in different forms and names coming every year, pandemic like COVID-19, and also the epidemic like Nipah viral infections. These are all considered to be natural calamities or natural disasters. These natural disasters are part and parcel of the global warming. Global warming is directly proportional to the amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Carbon dioxide, chlorofluorocarbons, nitrous oxides, methane, these gases are considered as the greenhouse gases. To understand global warming more clearly, we need to know the greenhouse gases and the greenhouse effect. Next one is the greenhouse effect. Greenhouse effect is the phenomenon in which Earth's atmosphere traps heat energy from the sun and prevent it from escaping to the outer space. Without this effect, the average temperature of the Earth would be 33 degrees Celsius lower than it is today. For example, today you are experiencing, 35 degrees Celsius. If there is no carbon dioxide layer in the atmosphere, if you minus 33 degrees Celsius from 35, you get 2 degrees Celsius. That is the temperature of the environment, and that is the importance of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Greenhouse effect received its name because the Earth's atmosphere acts like the plastic roof and walls of a greenhouse. You might have seen this greenhouse along the roadside. A picture of this greenhouse is given in this figure. Look at this figure. Sunlight is coming. Sunlight is penetrating through the walls of through the roof of the greenhouse and reaching to the plants. Here in the greenhouse, tender plants are kept. These tender plants are grown and sold in the market. So when the sunlight is passing through, it is heating up the plants, and meantime these plants will emit infrared radiations. These infrared radiations are reflected back from the plants, and these infrared radiations cannot pass through the plastic roof of the greenhouse. This thereby inside of this greenhouse is getting warm, and this effect is known as greenhouse effect. In the same way, in our atmosphere there is a protective layer of ozone layer at a height between 15 to 16 kilometer, and an envelope of carbon dioxide or a blanket of carbon dioxide at the lower portions of the ozone layer. When sunlight consisting of ultraviolet radiations, visible light and infrared radiation fall on the top of the atmosphere, the harmful radiations like ultraviolet radiations are absorbed by the ozone layer. Thereby these harmful radiations cannot reach to the surface of the atmosphere. However, the visible light and the infrared radiations are falling onto the surface of the atmosphere, and as a result the surface of the earth gets heated up, and when this surface of the earth is getting heated up because of the infrared radiations are reflecting back from the surface of the atmosphere, these emitted or reflecting infrared radiations are absorbed by the carbon dioxide layer that is present in the atmosphere. The actual phenomenon of greenhouse effect is the heating up of the earth's surface by the heating effect of the infrared radiation, which is trapped by the carbon dioxide layer present in the atmosphere. That phenomenon is known as greenhouse effect. As I said earlier, the greenhouse effect and global warming are interrelated. The global warming is due to the presence of carbon dioxide or the increased level of carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. And the second reason for the global warming is the deforestation, cutting of trees, and also the increased use of chemical fertilizers, and the amount of carbon dioxide is increasing, or the emission of carbon dioxide or greenhouse gases grew 2.2% every year. Next topic is the ozone depletion. Ozone depletion is the gradual thinning of the ozone layer present in the atmosphere because of the release of certain chemicals like chlorofluorocarbons. The thinning of ozone is more visible in the polar regions, especially in the continent of Antarctica. This thinning of ozone layer will create different holes in the atmosphere, and through these holes, they are known as ozone hole, the dangerous, harmful ultraviolet radiations are penetrated to the surface of the environment. And because of these ultraviolet radiations are very harmful to human beings and other animals. In human beings, these ultraviolet radiations can cause severe eye-related disease and skin cancer like xeroderma pigmentosum, and these ultraviolet radiations can also cause the genetic and immune system failures. Ozone depletion is mainly caused by the chemical chlorofluorocarbons. This chlorofluorocarbon is using as a coolant in the refrigerators, in the air conditioners, for making plastic products and sprays. Actually, this chlorofluorocarbon is an inert gas. It is non-flammable, non-toxic as long as it remains in the troposphere. As you know, the atmosphere is having different layers like a troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere and a ionosphere. As long as it remains in the troposphere, that is our atmosphere, it is not a reactive chemical. It is not reacting with any other chemicals or any other organisms. When it is going to troposphere to the stratosphere, the components of the chlorofluorocarbons are getting dissociated, and the chlorofluorocarbon is dissociated into chlorine, fluorine and carbons. Among these, chlorine is very reactive, and this chlorine molecule reacts with the ozone layer and destroying the ozone layer. It is estimated that one molecule of chlorine can destroy almost 1 lakh of ozone molecules. Next topic is the acid rain. Acid rain is the formation of nitric acid and sulfuric acid as the secondary pollutant in the environment. What is a secondary pollutant? To know the secondary pollutant, you should know what is a primary pollutant. These primary pollutants are pollutants that are entering into the atmosphere as a result of natural activities like burning of wood. While you burn the wood, carbon dioxide is entering into the atmosphere. So carbon dioxide can be considered as a primary pollutant. And in the formation of acid, there are many reasons are there for the production of acid rain. The main reasons are due to the presence of oxides of nitrogen in the atmosphere. How these oxides are coming into the atmosphere? The main reasons for the oxides coming into the atmosphere is the thunderstorm. During thunderstorm and lightning, the atmospheric nitrogen combines with the oxygen forming nitric oxides. Then this nitric oxide converted into nitrogen dioxides. Nitrogen dioxide combines with water forming nitric acid, and that is the formation of nitric acid. Second reason for the production of acid rain is due to the presence of sulfur dioxide in the atmosphere. Sulfur dioxide is coming to the atmosphere by different reasons like volcanic eruptions, burning of petroleum products, burning of fossil fuels, and many reasons in which this sulfur dioxide is coming into the atmosphere. This sulfur dioxide reacting with the oxygen forming sulfur dioxide, and again mixing with the water forming sulfuric acid, and it is producing the acid rain. Now we look into the adverse effects of this acid rain. Acid rain can adversely affect the environment, especially it can reduce the fertility of the soil. The fertility of the soil is mainly depending upon the different types of microflora present in the soil. This acid rain can destroy the nitrogen fixing bacteria present in the soil, thereby reduce its fertility. Acid rain also can affect human health. It can affect our nervous system, respiratory and digestive system. The same way, acid rain also can destroy the historical monuments and buildings which are built upon marbles and limestones. And again, this acid rain destroys or disturbs the ecological balance of the environment. Dear students, in today's session, we discussed some of the global environmental issues like global warming, acid rain, ozone depletion, and greenhouse effect. All of you understood these global environmental issues and how these issues are concerning our environment. Wish you all the best. Thank you.